Good afternoon, and welcome to a quick episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Well, you guys, it's Christmas on the Que-stead. I just had to come on to show you what I received from the MSAA on today, which stands for Multiple Sclerosis Association of America. Boy, have they helped me, and has this been a blessing. Because right before my MS attack, I had joined Planet Fitness because they had sent an email about the what's it called, the senior something program that they have that my insurance pays for 100%. So I was like, okay, it's time to join the gym, because they came up with the program. They came out with the program for people with mobility issues and whatnot who don't want to do the traditional workouts at Planet Fitness. So they have classes of 6 students, and you work with the dietitian, and then also you have a personal trainer for the whole class that takes you through exercises slowly and on equipment that will benefit you and that you can handle because of whatever illness or mobility issue you may have. So because of me having MS, I said, this is perfect for me, because y'all know I need to lose some weight. And so I joined and was scheduled to go that Thursday, and that's when the attack hit full force, and I had to cancel. And so now, you know what all happened. I ended up in the hospital, and I'm still recovering and everything. So it was a bummer. But anyway, I can still join at any time. They told me once you get better and you're able to come in, just bring in a doctor's note stating that you're able to, complete the mild exercises that we have, and we'll get you fit into one of the classes. And so I said, okay, thank you. And so that's on the back burner for now. But in the meantime, the MSAA, they sent their quarterly magazine, and I forgot that every year they offer like cooling gear and whatnot. I've gotten it before, but the last time I got it was in 2006. So every 5 years you can get new cooling gear. And so it's been well over 5 years since then. It's been about, 16, 17 years. So when I saw the cooling gear that they offered, I was like, ooh, this is much better than what I've got before. So let me go on and fill out the paperwork online. Took all of 2 minutes to do. So my MS buddies, because I'm posting this on Facebook too, all my MS buddies, if it's been 5 years since you've gotten cooling gear from the MSAA, go to their website and pull up, in fact, I'll add the link on Facebook so that all you'll need to do is click the link, and then for the cooling gear, and you just put in the information, and you will have your items within 5 days. Let me tell you, that stuff came so fast. So I ordered the cooling gear, I got the vest, and then I got the bandana, and there's other things you can choose, like wristbands and things like that. And so wristbands, ankle bands, I just chose the vest and the bandana for my head, for the cooling gear. But now they also offer mobility items, and this stuff is free of charge through donations that have been made to the MSAA. So while supplies last, you can get them. So I will also add the link to the mobility aids. There is a slew of stuff that you can get: a wheelchair, canes, quads, all that stuff. So they allow you to only pick 2 out of the items there. So since I'm going through this MS attack, the first thing I picked was, it's a hand, you can use your hand or your feet to pedal in place. I ordered that, and it arrived on today. Very easy to assemble. I didn't even have to look at the instructions. It has a tension gauge on it, so you can decide the tension that you want to pedal at. You can use your hands and your feet for this. So I don't want to bend over, so unless I put it on a table, but the thing is heavy, so I don't want it on a table. So I'll probably just use it for my feet for now. While I'm sitting in place, I can tighten up these gluteus and gluts and whatever you call them. So I'm happy for that. And the other thing I ordered, although I'm about to get the new and improved USEP walker, I have this one here. So this one will be donated but and I already have a recipient in mind. So therefore, because the recipient has Parkinson's, although he will probably be getting a new one just like me, but it takes a while for all that to happen. So in the meantime, he can have one that's already designed for Parkinson's, and he can get a light put on it or whatever, or he can just use it around the house. And then once he gets his new one, you know, he can use that one around the house, and then this one could probably go in the vehicle and just be there. Then that way he doesn't have to take the new one out unless he feels that's the one he'd rather use, you know, at all times. But if he wants this, then I'll be giving it to him, because I ordered, well, also, I'm also getting a new U-step, but I ordered this from the MSAA because it's a lightweight just rollator, you know, your regular seated walker. And so I ordered this because this will go in the car, because the U-step is heavy. It's very heavy. It weighs about 30 or 40 pounds, although it folds down and you can lift it. This is lightweight. So this is going to be easy. This will stay in the car. I'm going to put it in the back seat, and anytime I go somewhere where I need it, which I do, because the cane's not getting it now, I still feel like I'm going to fall over. I'm walking again like a washing machine. And then also because of my gait, the doctor says I have drop foot and to be very careful. He wants me using the mobility aids at all time. The cane's not getting it, although I've been making do with it when I'm out. But this, now I will be using this when I go to Meijer and everything. I will be using my rollator, and they let you, if you're gonna get the if you're gonna get a scooter, if it's available, you could park this right by the scooters and whatnot, and the door greeter will keep an eye on it for you. But to be on the safe side, I put my name on it with the permanent marker, so that it won't, you know, get confused with somebody else's, and you can't even see it unless the top is up on the seat. So the brakes work good. I got it assembled. It wasn't anything to it. I didn't even have to look at the directions for this. I just put everything where it belonged, set up my brakes so that they wouldn't be in the way, and everything is working good. The brakes, everything. And it has plastic on the wheels. I'm going to leave them until the plastic just wear off, because I don't want my wheels to get dirty, y'all. I love this blue color. They also allow you to choose the colors, the color that you want. So I think I chose blue. So that's what they sent me, the royal blue color. So I'm really enjoying this, because I've had a black walker before. I've had a green one, the hunter green. And I've also had, what's the other color? A burgundy one before in the past. So this one, the blue, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm gonna call it my, now the new U-step is gonna be my Cadillac. This one here is going to be, we're gonna call this one the Ford, okay? So anyway, so it's all set up and ready, and I'm gonna go to the bike shop for this one and the other one, and I'm gonna get my little bike streamers for it to girl it up a little bit. And this is my new scoot buggy for the time being. It'll just stay in the car. And then once I graduate back to the cane, you know, I'll use the cane again, because that's so much simpler. But right now, this is what was needed. What a blessing, you guys. I was able to get the shoes that I needed. I wear the SAS shoes because they work for me medically, and my last pair got lost at the hospital. And I was able to get one pair brand new, those right there, for $25, the Mary Janes. And then I was able to get those over there. They were advertised at $64. I made a counter offer of $30. And I said, if he could get it to 40 or 45, I'll bite. He counter offered back at 45 on the dot, plus $5 shipping. And then I paid $9.90 for shipping for those. But for under $100 total, shipping included, I was able to get 2 pair of the SAS shoes. And those are very good shoes. They're very expensive shoes, and they were needed, much needed, and I could not afford them new. So God allowed me to get those. And then I got me a pair of tennis shoes on sale. They Fila's, but I got a pair of Fila's on sale at Dunham's a week ago, and so I'm set with the shoes now. And then God allowed me to get what I needed as far as mobility when traveling. with the rollator, and then I got something to at least exercise my legs and possibly arms while I'm waiting to recover enough to go to Planet Fitness. And even Planet Fitness was free because my insurance pays 100% for it. So there's no excuse. But the excuse came when the MS attack hit. So it's just a small setback for now. But once I'm able to go, I will go. And that'll probably be in the winter. And I can sign up for whatever time class. Is twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays. And I can set up from anywhere from 9 in the morning until 6 in the evening. So in the wintertime, when I'm going through my flare, and my seasonal affective stuff, I will set up for probably 3 o'clock, because they have, I think you got 9 o'clock, then the next class is at 3 o'clock, and then the next one is at 6 o'clock. And so I will set up for the 3 o'clock because usually I'm up and about by then. It'll be before dark, but darkness doesn't matter now. I can see, I can night drive now. So even if it gets dark on me, I can still, be there, but I'm not going to do that late evening because I'd rather be back home before dark, regardless, for safety reasons alone. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that later, but in the meantime, I will start, especially with my new sneakers, I will start pedaling. It has the tension button, so you can choose the tension that you want to pedal at. I'm really digging this, and it's a heavy contraption too, so it's not going to move and slide out the way. So while I'm watching TV in the evening and crocheting 30 minutes a day, I'll just pedal, and then see how my legs feel. And then hopefully I can increase and get my exercise in. That will help me. And then I have my traveling walker, which will remain in the car. Poor little scooter. I can't lift it right now. Although it's a lightweight scooter, I cannot handle it right now. So it's just here stuck in the house. But when I'm able to use that again, I can get that in use, hopefully by the end of summer while I'm going to the farmer's market. But even still, I have this. So if I go to the farmer's market, I can just walk behind this and sit down and rest if I feel the need to do it. So I'm very thankful for this, you guys. I'm very excited. So I'm going to get off of here. And so I'm glad that you all supported me during this. And to my MS buddies, contact the MSAA and get your free equipment. You do not have to pay a penny. No shipping, no nothing. You just fill out the work, show what medication you're on. You upload a photo of your medication. And if you're not on anything, you would need to provide them. You can upload a photo of a doctor's note stating that you are diagnosed with MS. And the other information is just your name, your address, and they want to know what year you were diagnosed. And, just basic stuff. It took me all of 2 minutes to get that filled out. And like I said, the person must have been sitting at the computer when I hit the send button, because within 3 days, I had the cooling gear that's over there in the box. And then within a week, because today I got the cooling gear last Wednesday, right before I left town. And then on today, the walker and the pedaling bike arrived. Now I'm still waiting on the people to call about the U-step walker that I'm getting, but I'll be patient and just wait for them to call, because once they call, they're ready, because my doctor is already, he will have already done the paperwork. They'll be calling to schedule delivery and to come. Well, they'll do the measurement when they come to deliver, and then they'll assemble it here, show me how to use it, measure to get the height straight and everything, and that will be it. So I'm just waiting on that. And I know that that's paid for by insurance. So, yep. So I'll just wait for them to give me the call, and then I can get going. Alrighty, you guys. So that's it. Just wanted to show y'all this. I'm very, very excited. So know that Q is on the mend. Oh, and another thing. Remember, I have the lawn service because they offer it for people who are disabled and everything. They got fired. I knew that was happening because they had been doing a poor job, but I did not call to city to complain. And so the city called me yesterday, the lady from the city, as she explained that they had severed the contract with the people that had won the bid because it was too many complaints, which is true, because if you look at my grass right now, it's looking crazy. And y'all know. But I told her, she said, and so she asked me, what did I think? I was like, I'm glad. So the city will now be doing our yards, DPW, which is the Department of Public Works. They will be coming to mow and weed whack, and I'm quite sure they're going to do an excellent job. So they're the ones assigned to do it now. They didn't even go with any more contracts. That other one was just too bad. It was a language barrier. No one could speak English, for one, and it wasn't just Hispanic. It was also people of African descent, and they could not speak English. They spoke in their language. So anything you tried to say to them, they would let you know that they could not speak English. And so the work just wasn't getting done. And I guess it was too many complaints. And so I guess when the city drove to see the yards, they were like, oh no. And then they were using a big riding lawnmower. Well, my front yard doesn't need a riding lawnmower. It won't even fit. So half the time my yard didn't even get done. They would come with the weed whacker and do 2 or 3 little swipes, and that was it. And so it's looking mighty bad. And then this is something I would get ticketed for. And I didn't call them to complain. And I told her, I was like, I can't complain about something that's free. But maybe I should have. But I just didn't, because I was afraid I'd lose the service altogether. Then what? But anyway, so, and it was others who did the same, but there were enough to where they got out there and saw what was happening, and they eliminated that contract. They lost the contract, and rightfully so. So now DPW, she told me they'll be here either this Saturday or the 19th. She's not sure which one I'm on the schedule for. I don't need to do anything. They're going to be using push mowers. And she said the crew will call me before they come to let me know they're on the way. So I'm glad now that I got the backyard tidied up, because so that they'll at least see that I'm trying to do my part with it, because it was looking mighty bad, neglected and whatnot, because I couldn't do it. But once I found the strength to do it, I did it right away. So when they come, if they come on Saturday or even next week, when they see that I've tidied up back there, then, they will do their part, and it's going to look a lot better. So I'm going to ask them to weed whack along the greenhouse and along that back fence that I can't get to over by the clothesline. Those are the 2 worst areas. And then I had already pulled the weeds along the fence on the other side of the greenhouse, but there's still some there. I didn't get them all. And then I pulled the weeds from around the potato bed. And the potatoes were supposed to arrive today. They were out for delivery, and the mail just ran, and he didn't deliver them. So either he forgot or I don't know what happened, but I guess my potatoes will come tomorrow, unless he comes back and bring them if he discovers them in his truck. Maybe that's the case. That has happened before with packages. So, but it said out for delivery, and they're here. So even if they don't come, that's fine. That gives me more time to prepare the bed. So all I have to do now is go out there and dig the trenches. So I'll do that this evening. I will do that, amend the soil, and it will be ready whenever he does bring them. And all I'll need to do is just set them down, cover them up, and the potatoes will be done. So, and then tomorrow's a busy day. I have to go get my license renewed, and then I have to go to the cemetery, because tomorrow is my mother's 5-year death anniversary, and my sister just had her name and date of birth and death chiseled on the grave. The tombstone is shared by my brother, father, and mother. So my brother's on one side, and his name was there. My father's on the other side, his name was there. My mother's was the only name that hadn't been placed on there, because you have to do it during the summer months. And so we just now getting to the point where we could do it, because you got to catch them, and then you have to get it priced. And it was over a year and a half it took for us just to get to the point where we got it done, because we looked at pricing, we went to different places, we did all the things we were supposed to do, and it took over a year and a half just to get it done. Then my sister had to get her husband's tombstone set up, so she's trying to get everything done in one shot, which she was able to do. So they've laid the base to his tombstone, and any day now his tombstone will be placed with his name and everything on it. So that will be happening some point this summer. It just they've laid the base, so it may be there tomorrow. But when my sister went 2 days ago, just the base was there, so she put the flower on that, and she planted flowers at the grave. So I go tomorrow. I always go on the death dates to my parent and my brothers. I go on the death date, and I usually go on the birthday too. So I'll be going back in September. That'll be my last visit for the year, because my father's birthday is in September. I'll go that last time, and then I'll go again. We always go at Christmas time too to lay the grave blankets, and that's when we all meet out there, my nieces, nephews, sister, and myself, and we lay the grave blankets every year in December. And then after that, March for Mama's birthday, so on and so forth. So anyway, so tomorrow I'll do that. And then what else do I have to go pick up my prescriptions tomorrow, and then I have to go to the store. So tomorrow's a busy day, so I'm just relaxing today. I am going to go to the fish market and grab up some fish to cook for dinner tonight, and then that'll be it for the day. So I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.